everyone, and welcome on the My Open Source Experience podcast. I am super excited yet again, but for very good reason because we have Shuah Khan with us today. And maybe a little bit unusually, we will talk about all things in life because we are touching on a very important topic, which is inclusion and inclusivity in open source communities and women in tech. And I don't think we can talk about this topic without exploring all the things that lead up to the sometimes not so great statistics that people can see out there. Before we dive into this topic, Shuah, can you please introduce yourself and tell a little bit about yourself to the audience? Like, what is your tech background and what do you do currently?
First of all, thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here talking about the things that I'm passionate about. My name is Shuah. I have been in open source for 18 years now, and before that, 17 years in closed source. I am an engineer by training. I have electronics and communications background in my bachelor's, and then I fell in love with computer science because it seemed to combine my logical and creative side. So I decided to pursue master's in computer science and never looked back.
And what is that you do right now? Like what keeps you busy in the day job?
My day job is I maintain subsystems in the kernel, and also I am mentoring currently about 100 new developers, introducing them to the open source, introducing them to the kernel development, and helping them guide them through their first patches, and help them acting a guide between the community and them in some ways, interpreting what maintainers say to them or developers say to them when they send their patches, and so on. So this is a very fulfilling job to be able to guide new developers navigating the open source communities and open source development and so on.
So it sounds like that this mentorship program helps newcomers to overcome all those fears and insecurities and obstacles that they see when they first get involved in open source and open source communities, like especially if they never contributed elsewhere before.
Absolutely. And there is so much to learn when you get into a new community. Each community is different. Each open source community has its own dynamic and own language, if you will. It's almost like learning learning how the community works and how they interact with each other, and also how to send patches or send contributions in some ways, because every community likes to see the contributions come in differently. So it's all like navigating something very, very new people, new processes, and technology. On top of that, you're sending out your code that is that will be looked at and reviewed by thousands of people. And there is that fear to overcome when you are going out there being vulnerable and saying, hey, here is the work I have done, give me feedback. So all of that is a very difficult process for a new developer.